This is Adam Russell, Global Resource Broker. I wanted to provide a quick update for everyone. I know that I've been providing updates for the last about 4 weeks now, and I really appreciate everyone's confidence in reviewing the information, sharing it with your teams. Again, I always say that you're going to prepare for the worst and hope for the best in regards to what's going to happen with the future of LARA, but there's some positive things that are happening. Obviously, with the Vietnam event, they spent, tens of thousands of dollars to put that event together, and they're in communication with the support and some of the owners, and I don't think they would have moved forward with that event, being somebody who's run events before, if they thought they were going to lose all that money and it was just a waste. That said, I know that there was some speculation in regards to when LARA is going to launch. Again, I am an investor with LARA, and I have a team, and I'm providing information based on both the technical understanding as a technical background, as well as being able to do some due diligence or research and a little bit of communication for the best I can on Telegram and some people I communicate with. That said, most of you have seen this page when they first shut LARA down. A typical high yield program will just continue to take everyone's money until they can't do it anymore. And a lot of times they'll just leave a site up. But it was very encouraging. As you can see, they first said, do not deposit any money. Even though the bot was still accepting money, they said not to deposit any money. Obviously, we're going to get everything resolved, and we're going to be back working at a normal basis soon. And they also put in a legal disclosure, which leads me to believe that they're no longer relying on the IP address of receiving monies from Telegram. And I think that their goal was to get off of the Telegram bot. And the reason that was, they were having a lot of issues with that prior to them being shut down with the actual bot itself. And then the other thing is that in order for them to properly put a client that can handle both the security level that's required from a Bitcoin perspective, as well as the amount of traffic, they needed to use a virtual server, and they used a VMware server. And so if you guys looked at the Jenny for you, or the Jenny bot, you'll realize that that's still running on the Telegram API. That is not running, even though you can log in on their website, that is actually not a self-sufficient login. That's actually the bot that you're just logging into a client. In this case, the reason why recently you've seen this on the website, the VMware ESXi, and most of you that are not technically savvy have no idea what that is, but that's a virtual operating system client that allows you to be able to scale on a large basis, enterprise-wide, worldwide. And I know that the tech team behind LARA are some very sophisticated people, and of course, they're not going to roll out anything unless they do it top notch, as you can tell by everything they put out, from their getting started guide to their website to a lot of information that they have. And so as you can see here, if you guys want to, you can test it yourself. See, it says open the VMware host client. If you click on that, that's going to bring you to the actual login page for the VMware client. That means it is installed on their server. Now, that could mean that it was already pre-installed on their server and they're no longer using it, or it means that they're in the process of working on it. So therefore, people can actually access the interface, and they're able to provide a new login for LARA. Again, I always tell everybody the same thing: prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But these are a lot of encouraging things that I've seen, and I think that it's good to share these things with you guys. Now, what exactly is VMware EXI, and why is that important? Well, let me jump real quick to this while that's logging in. If you go to the store.vmware, you'll see that there's multiple different packages that you can purchase in regards to what they call the vSphere software, and that's what they're running, which is the operating system, the virtual client on the ESXi vSphere client is what they're going to be running on. Now, I'm actually in contact with VMware to find out if I can get any more information, which I can provide a further update after I speak with them. I open a case up with them to get that information. But that's the actual login screen. See, it took a little while to log in, but that shows, and in fact, that they do have a host client, and it automatically asked for my username, and it populated with my ID number immediately, and then the password. Again, I don't know the password. I can't get in. So if I try to log in, as you can see, it's going to say it's not going to allow me in, which is fine because it's not supposed to from a security perspective. What I will say this is that many of these high yield programs, you need to get your hands on Bitcoin. And so what I've been working with lately, and I want you to, obviously, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We're going to provide you a lot of great updates, but I want to share with you a company that's one of our strategic partners with Global Resource Broker. It's a company called XCOINS. And so I put a link below if you want to have access to instantly buy Bitcoin via either debit, a credit card, and or PayPal. And I'm going to show you just real quick where that is going to go to and how it works. So basically what I'm doing is I'm providing secure loan directly from me. It's my Bitcoin that you're actually loaning from me at whatever the BTC USD rate is for that Bitcoin. And you'll be able to actually, instead of waiting for an exchange where you have to wait multiple days and you have to go to either a Coinbase or one of these that take multiple days for your bank and you have to put all kinds of verification. You just simply put up a picture of yourself, a selfie with your license to verify who you are, and whether you have a PayPal account or you do not, you are able to simply ask for the amount of Bitcoin you want, verify that you are who you are, and you can get that Bitcoin immediately and take advantage of some of the programs that you guys are involved with. And so that's exciting. One of the main things that I found about XCOINS and communicating with the owner is that they have already been, if you look at any one of the CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, Bitcoin News, some of the top different publications in regards to people who report on Bitcoin, they have great articles that they've written about XCOINS, and they've got a great rating as well as a company. And so definitely when you look at their review, let's just say I'm going to put an excellent review as an example, and it's going to submit it to BitTrust. And BitTrust.org is one of the top rated locations to go to check the validity or the trust level for any kind of an online company or an exchange and so on. And XCOINS is way up there. And so they have many reviews. You can see they're all a lot of 5-star, 4 and 5-star ratings. But I encourage you to go to that information and check it out. If you do need access to Bitcoin, I only loan between $25 and $1,000, but Bitcoin's platform can loan out between $10 all the way up as high as $1,000. Now that being said, if you want to contact me directly and you'd like to get loans for higher than that, or you want to work with me in regards to Bitcoin, this is something that I do full time with Global Resource Broker. But it's really important that we know that obviously Lara is doing everything they can to try to come back online. And some people said it was speculation is going to be the 24th or 26th. What they really said is that, and some people said November 1st, it's whenever they're ready. So let's look at it this way. You already have your money invested into them. Regardless of whether they're there or they're not there, if they come back, where are we going? They already have our money. So we just simply go back to them and we log back in, and of course we start working back. Now the best part is that when and if they do come back, they're going to come back bigger, stronger than ever. They're not going to have to rely on the Telegram API and the bots and the platform. They're going to be able to be fully self-sufficient. And again, this is all speculative in regards to, are they coming back? Are they not coming back? I definitely encourage you to stay abreast to the positive information and the positive and real news from the actual Lara source. There's a lot of fake Lara sources out there that are asking for money. And again, I repeat, do not give nobody from support, a lot of fake support names out there, a lot of very inaccurate information floating around on the internet, a lot of people who claim to be support that are not. Just the best place to go to, so I'll do this one last thing that I'll do for you here. If you go to Telegram and you actually log in, what you'll see is that in the worldwide group, this is probably one of the best groups that I have seen. They have some great information. I think you need to be privately invited. You can always reach out to me and I can always invite you into that group. That said, there's a couple of them that see it says the word check on it. Anything that says the word check on it, it used to be, it's got a renamed group. There's all kinds of negative information inside there. There's a Jenny and Telegram News. Those are the ones that originally messed us up a long time ago. But the main thing is that you know when you go and look at the LARA creator in this one here, all right, so you see all this information I'm sharing with you? This is the original one. It has 3.1 members, 3.1 thousand members. And as you can see, they've been updating. These are all pictures that are from the actual event that happened in Vietnam. And these are more than the ones that you've seen before. People don't put on events like this if the company's just going to go out of business. That would look really bad for the leaders and it would destroy their teams forever. They obviously are in direct communication with the people who own LARA, or they would not have done this level at this event. So that was really encouraging. That's why I put out the last video in regards to this information. And so I just want everybody to know that you do not, and I repeat, do not deposit any money with anybody that asked for money on the internet. This information here was put up by a solid source that's connected directly with LARA. So I encourage you to get access to this particular group as well. With that said, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys taking the time today. Again, subscribe to my channel. I know we've got, I think, 15 or 20,000 views on our videos, and I'm going to try to provide another update when I get the information back on the VMware from a technical perspective. And so with that, take care, take charge, and we'll see you at the top. Bye for now.